Champion now, champion forever.
Get another one of these this year.
It's my year, man. Draft day. Let's get it.
Y'all ready to get fucked?
I'm the guy with the 48th pick as his first pick. It's gonna hurt this year.
It's my year.
Garrett Wilson better not fuck me over this year.
Fuck your mother.
Beginner's luck for me.
What is up, Best Night Ever League? It's me, T-Bay, coming at you with this little Week 14 recap. Coming in, it's gonna be a late one this week. I was supposed to be making this with Jacob. Our schedules just never fell in line. Things happened. Timeline got fucked up. He sent me a few creative notes. He helped author this recap, so he did contribute to it. And I'm just gonna give it to you guys real quick here. Wearing my nice Christmas sweater. Happy holidays to you all. Just came from a little holiday party. So we're just going to get this out real quick. And let's just dive right into it. We got, first up, me and Cam. Not a lot to say here. Cam basically doubled my points. More than doubled them, actually. And I'm pretty disappointed. I'm used to the disappointment this season. It was the last 2 weeks were an anomaly. Don't typically happen. It only happens when I have to clutch up, and that's just what I do. But it doesn't happen once I actually get to the winner's bracket. Reality slaps me in the face, especially when I'm losing Ladd, Brees, and Bucky Irving. Just all the guys on my team just fell apart. So that was rough. But let's dive into the points. We had Herbert and Winston, Jameis. Get me 13 points each. Started Nick Chubb instead of Brees. Regret that because I could not see into the future and see that Bucky would get hurt in the first half. So, of course, that means Rachaad White gets 24 on my bench. But Nick Chubb had about 5 points. Jahmyr Gibbs, solid game from him for about 16. Joshua Palmer, I picked him up because Ladd was out. Didn't know Ladd would be out until about 3 p.m. After the 1 o'clock game started, about 3 p.m. our time. So, picked him up, threw him in there. He got about 11 points, not terrible. But DJ Moore just doing what he usually does, disappointing for about 8 points. K-Dot and 8.5. Bucky got hurt. He got 18 total yards for 2.5 points. So that's really all there is to say about my team. Nothing else. A lot to say about Cam's team, though. Even though I saw he was starting Aiden O'Connell, and I saw he had Stroud, Nico, Jaden Daniels on bye, I thought I had a snowball's chance in hell, maybe, at beating this guy. But he finished me off early. He was merciful, so I won't even have to care about next week because I just know there's no chance that I would beat him because he just went off this week for 190 points, damn near. So, Joe Burrow for about 26.5, Aaron Jones for about 15.5, Charbonnet, 38 points for Charbonnet. That is crazy. I mean, Jamar Chase, absolutely capable of doing that. He is the only reason Joe Burrow's worth a shit, if you ask me. Nah, not really. But Jamar Chase is just fucking crazy. He's just insane. 18 targets, 14 catches, 177 yards, 2 touchdowns. What else can you say? Brian Thomas with a solid game, 86 yards off 8 catches. Trey McBride, solid. Chase Brown, I mean, he's been very decent this year, but that kind of surprised me. 21 points. His kicker with 16. Jesus Christ, I didn't even notice that. But that was kind of irrelevant. It was just Charbonnet, Chase, Burrow combining for about 100 points. So, well done, Cam. You got it. You're on to the championship as far as I'm concerned. Let's jump over to the next matchup. That's going to be Michael and Oscar. Oscar's team kind of went off this week, not going to lie. He's got about 56-point lead on Michael. We'll see if Michael can come back, but we had Will Levis doing about nothing, 7 points from him, 24 from Stafford. Saquon with a decent game, but kind of tame. I was kind of expecting him to go for like 30 against Carolina. They are by far the worst rushing defense in the league, but didn't really matter when you got Puka down here getting 39. Jesus Christ, he is insane. Kamara with about 10.5. Jacoby, 10 points. Jonnu Smith salvaged his day with a touchdown. Garendo, huge pickup for Oscar here. It's just a fact now. If you pick up, if there's a running back on the Niners who just so happens to be starting, it doesn't matter what they've done. It doesn't matter if they just figured out how to play football last week. You pick them up in fantasy, you start them, they're going to get you at least 20 points. It's just crazy, at least for the first few weeks. But Oscar's team, very solid outing for Oscar. We'll take a look at Michael's, though. He had Russ for 16, Love for about 14.5, Jacobs, 3 touchdowns. I mean, Jacobs has just been electric these past 4 weeks, man. He is insane. He has 8 touchdowns in the last 4 weeks. He is absolutely crazy. Yeah, it's been so good for Michael these past few weeks. I mean, past 2 months, more like. Yeah, solid. David Montgomery with about 17 points, doing what they do. Those Lions running backs are always going to combine for about 35 points. Jaden Reed, big egg. That is the real kick to the balls for Michael this week. He started Jaden Reed probably instead of Tyreek Hill. 26 on his bench with Tyreek. Jaden on his starting roster, laying a big fat egg. Somehow in a game where the Packers score 31 points, Jaden Reed, who is like anyone with eyeballs can see, is their best wide receiver, does absolutely nothing. Just baffling there. 9.5 points from London. Bowers with a really weak game this week. 6.5 for him. Achane, 16, not bad. He's always going to get that pass catching work. He didn't run the ball with a shit, though. Damn. But his defense and kicker combined for 26. So solid week from Michael. Not bad at all. He's got quite the mountain to climb. But if you look at his team, as my good friend here, John Gruden, might say,
Michael's team got me feeling nicey.
His team got me feeling nicey. So, I think he can come back from this. We'll see. I would say this is easily the biggest storyline in the league right now. Can Michael come back against Oscar? It's gonna be close. It's gonna be real close. But I think he might be able to do it. But Oscar's team, he's just got these fucking dudes. He's got Kamara, who at any point can just drop a 30 bomb out of nowhere. He's got Saquon, who can drop a 40 bomb out of nowhere. Puka, who he's Puka. But yeah, it's just crazy looking at Oscar's team, man. He's got Garrett Wilson and JSN on his fucking bench. JSN, by the way, who's number 6 wide receiver. Garrett Wilson, number 8 wide receiver. Meanwhile, I'm over here starting fucking Josh Palmer, dude. What the hell is Oscar's team, man? How can he have these dudes just sitting on his fucking bench? It's insane. He had 3 wide receivers with 17 points on his bench. Nothing against Oscar. I mean, I kind of got it not starting these guys. I don't know about starting Jacoby Myers over either of these dudes, honestly, but because JSN these past few weeks has been pretty fucking good. Same with Garrett Wilson, not so much. So I got sitting Garrett Wilson, but JSN, he's been very good this year. He's been really good, actually. So that's their matchup. We'll jump on over to Zach and Gregor. So Gregor this week, very solid this week from Gregor. About 16 from Baker, 25 from Brock. Tony Pollard's been a rock solid for him these past few weeks. Bijan doing what he does. RB number 4. He has panned out. I think it's safe to say he has panned out this year for Gregor. Mike Evans coming off that hamstring injury. Last week he was really good, 25 points, but this week kind of disappointing, 9 points. But Darnell Mooney has been a very boomer bust, but he booms more so than he busts. He has been solid, very solid for Gregor. About 20 points from him. George Kittle. There's no one else on the team besides Juwan James who can catch the ball. Jerry Jeudy. He's got the best quarterback in the league. Jameis Winston thrown to him, so he's guaranteed 15 points. So solid week from Gregor. Very solid for 170 points. Looking at Zach's team. Kyler for about 16. Tua 26.5. Chuba. He has been so good this year. It's crazy. I mean, that is fantasy in a nutshell. It's just crazy. Everyone's talking about, this other guy's going to, Jonathan Stewart, whatever the fuck his name is. I'm probably botched that name, but, he's going to come and take everything from Chuba Hubbard. Not the case. Chuba has been really good this year. CD Lamb, 18.5. Shakir had a really solid game, 22 points. Jalen Waddle actually had a really good game, too. Wow, I didn't realize that until I'm just looking now. But he had started Miami's defense with 0 points. Kicker only 6. So, Zach could definitely come back from this. He's only down about 23 points. I could see him coming back, but Gregor's team, they're rolling. They're rolling right now. On to the next one. Andrew, Bobby. hate to say for Andrew, it's looking like it's over, this matchup. This is not nearly as bad as mine and Cam's, but a pretty rough lead to come back from for Andrew, who doesn't have CMC. Pacheco is back, but not really back, only getting 7 points this week, 5 points last week. But if we look at Bobby's team, I mean, good God. Josh Allen combining for 6 total touchdowns, 3 of which were rushing, gets about 55 points. I mean, you're just not going to beat a guy when he does that. And then Jordan Addison also gets 40 fucking points. What is going on, dude? That just, I mean...
Wow, what a play.
I agree, John Gruden. Holy shit. Unbelievable. That is just unbelievable. So, Bobby, hats off to you. The rest of your team, I mean, Sam Darnold was insane. So he had the Darnold and Jordan Addison stack with Josh Allen. That was just, he could have started no one else and still beat Andrew this week. Just crazy. Oh my gosh. Insane. Andrew's quarterback still did pretty good. 20 and 21 from Rodgers and Goff. Rico has been pretty damn good these past couple weeks. Pacheco coming off that injury. DK has been incredibly disappointing these past few weeks for him, but Devontae actually did something. He's been solid these past 3 weeks. Not bad, Andrew. But the rest of his team, yeah, it's looking very bleak for Andrew. Very, very bleak, understandably so. You might have to plug in Jawan Jennings, but you never know. That guy could either do 20 or nothing. So rough, very rough for Andrew. Right now, it's looking like Toilet Bowl could be a battle between Andrew and Zach, but Zach could always come back. Gregor's team could shit the bed. We don't know, but it's kind of looking locked in. Andrew's definitely going to be there, as much as it's locked in that Cam will be in the championship. So very much up in the air. Very exciting, these playoffs. And then if we just look at if we look at Connor, I don't have it on the screen, but I did the math. Connor and Jacob, irrelevant, but we're going to talk about it. Connor's team combined for 125.64. We had Jalen Hurts getting 24.22. Geno, 13. Kyron doing what he does, 23 from him. James Cook did absolutely nothing this week. T. Higgins did nothing. Cooper, Kupp, 17. And Njoku, 13. Tracy, about 17 points. So, yeah. Not much to say there. Just wanted to talk about it. Oh, I guess I could mention Jacob's team, too. Let's look at Jacob's team. So, yeah, Jacob's team wasn't too bad this week. James Conner with 20. His quarterback's kind of laying that. Yeah, I mean, that's just been Mahomes all year, I guess. You can't expect this guy to really carry your team anymore. But he got 14 this week. Connor, 20. Tank, 12.5. Justin Jefferson finally having a big week. Biggest week since week 9 for Jacob. Huge 31 points for him. And his kicker with 15. Yikes. Yeah, so looking, that matchup's up in the air. It doesn't really matter for anything other than draft picks, but just wanted to bring it up. Yeah, that's the recap. Anything else you'd like to say about this here week, John Gruden, or just a year in general?
Maybe next year, Connor, you can't possibly choke against T-Bay every year.
Thank you, John. I would say so, too. You know, he'll figure it out. But, John, you're just a shit talker, John Gruden. My goodness. Anyways, just wanted to give you guys a little look at the week last week. My little predictions. Not much to predict. Looking like Andrews in the losers in the toilet bowl, shard bowl. Looking like Cam's in the championship. Otherwise, everything's up in the air. Good luck, everyone. Happy holidays. Catch you later.